welcome to Mind Your Business, the channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
Hey, my nosy people. Wagwan. I hope everyone is blessed. I just wanted to have a quick chat about Love and Hiphop family reunion. Now, I wasn't going to cover this, but I had to just say something about the guys. Like, I was so impressed with Marcus leading the guys on their own little kumbaya moment. Like, I think it's been so good, and the fact that he's been quite integral in terms of trying to help with the guys and trying to move them in the right direction. The episode where Erica spazzed out was interesting because I thought it was good to see the guys get together, like Stevie, Marcus, Safari, all the guys were there. Rich, all of them, they're all there. And I thought it was really nice to see black men on screen, not like screaming at each other or trying to fight each other. They were actually just there encouraging and motivating and sharing stories with each other. It was such a nice moment, and I feel like we need to see more of that. Even the fact that, okay, Marcus is definitely not innocent. We know he's cheated on Brooke and stuff like that, but to me he seems like he's definitely gone through some growth and is helping to try and pull some of the black guys forward, even in terms of like the way he spoke about the whole cheating thing and the fact that black men have a problem in terms of being monogamous and that we need to change some of that behaviour. And I thought it was really good to see that. And then even in this week's episode where he was talking to Safari and trying to get him to own his shit in terms of, understanding that if you keep lying to women, of course they're going to erupt. You've got to handle it right. He's there lying, chatting about, he didn't send no flowers. And then in the cutaway, he's chatting about, actually I did. But it was, before they started talking again. That's fine. But you got to own your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Those two, are just quite an interesting one to me because I feel like it was quite cute the way that I could tell that he was really into her from when they were both on that show about ghosts and stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but they were in some sort of haunted house thing. And that's when they first started to flirt with each other. And obviously, fast forward, they got together, they started to get married and they had their kids. And I thought, oh, this is nice. I hope that they make it. But I know that Erica, is quite volatile. And I know that it looks like Safari can't take the volatility and he seems to just run away from everything. But I do wish them well and that they can kind of get together for their family. But I feel like Erica definitely needs some sort of healing and counselling in terms of her anger management side of things. And Safari needs to man up and own his shit. Yeah, you might have been, you file for divorce, whatever, but there's no point in lying. If you're coming back together with your wife, you want to get back together with her, then just be straight up in it. We know that most people look for attention around here. So if you're going to be flirting with the next woman, it will end up on the blogs. So, know what you're doing. Stop your stupidness. But I do wish them well. But I had to have a quick chat about, of course, Amina. What is this woman's problem? So, I found it really interesting, this whole storyline around the kind of LGBTQ. And I thought it was good that Jonathan got to share his story about the conversion therapy. I thought that was really good to share that story so that, other people can have an understanding around that. But I felt like Amina popping up with her trying to expose Peter and Tara about this ladybug costume was A, none of her business, and B, wrongly timed. Talk about bad timing awards. That's ridiculous. Really, it was Jonathan's moment. So let him have his moment and then move on. But to me, that came from a place of hurt from Amina and not as much as maybe some concern, but I felt like it was her. He just wanted to get back at him and try to humiliate him. And I didn't think it was necessary because it was about Tara and his child, not her child. And then, like Erica said, that's up to them. If Tara's not complaining about it, why are you here? It seems like they're quite open to encouraging the child, but at the same time, let them do their parenting, okay? It's you got children with Peter, then you worry about whatever you got going on with him. Why are you in people's business? I feel like she is slightly unhinged and she needs some serious counselling because that outburst was quite something. And it seems like it continues next week. But no, I wasn't impressed with that whatsoever. And I just thought it was a shame because it was who said it? One of them said it, it's supposed to be about, I think it was Stevie J that cracked me up because he said it's meant to be, it's the gay pride day and everybody's arguing. So I was Zell's going at it with Bobby and then you know, they're all going at it. And we see, you know, Jonathan and Zoe had their own underlying issues, but it was so good to see them all come together and work through it and own their own stuff, because I feel like they said, they all have their own stories. So, you know, respect their each individual stories, but no one has to be the same. Just because you're in the community doesn't mean you have to be the same. Zoe has his story, which is, you know, he respects his dad. He loves the fact that he was brought up in that way. You know, Bobby doesn't have that father figure, so that's fine. That's just how you grew up. But because you didn't grow up with dad doesn't mean that Zoe can't talk about him growing up with a dad. And, you know, we have to respect everyone's journeys. And I feel like they got to that in the end, after a lot of long-windedness, but I feel like they got there in the end. But with Amina, we can see there's still unresolved issues there. And to me, it might sound silly or it might sound weird to other people, but I feel like even though she said that she's moved on from Peter, I feel like the fact that she knows that he still would want Tara and that he still loves Tara is something that must be kind of getting at her still to this day. Because why else are you having these ridiculous types of outbursts? It makes no sense. It's got nothing to do with you. You can be as passionate as you like about it, but you hijacked the man's event and made it about you and Peter, and poor Tara sitting there thinking, you like, she spoke up and said something about, you know, the child not wanting to go for that costume in the end anyway. But either way, I don't think she needs to do that. I feel like she's trying to put them in a bad light, and she didn't need to do that, and it's not even her son. So with that, I didn't agree with that anyway. But anyway, what do you guys think about that? Was you also watching it thinking, Amina, what happened to your girl? Sit down and shut your mouth, man. That's all I was thinking at the time. but what do you think? At one point, I was just like, she's just like a bloody bug in my ear. Just, can you please just go have a drink and chill, okay? It's fine to be passionate, but we need to be able to articulate ourselves in a good way. And how about give Jonathan his flowers for the moment that he's sharing his story and not be, you know, blurting out stuff. I just thought, woman, please fix up, look sharp. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.